How are y'all doing? Yeah, that's about right. It's a little rough in these unprecedented time streets, huh? Yeah. Do y'all want to hear a fun statistic? I'm using the word fun loosely, okay. Did you know that 57% of Americans think that Trump's policies benefit the wealthy? Like, yeah. The man who's having Tesla car shows in front of the white supremacy house? Yes, that is exactly. This is some really weird stuff going on. Could you imagine Barack Obama like trying to sell Cadillac Escalades in front of the White House back in 2008? Hell no, just, I know you wanted health care. But the best I got for you are these rims. You can't, I can't do a Barack impression. Anyway. It has been a time. So, like a lot of y'all, probably, I work adjacent to the politics. Other people here, y'all do political stuff, work on the Hill. Any Hill staffers here? Y'all ain't gonna answer that question. All right, that's smart. I do the fun side of politics. I'm a political content creator, and that's weird that that's even a thing at this point in time. That tells you how dark the times have gotten. And I'm gonna tell you, I have been trying my best to manifest good things for this country. The number one way I've been manifesting good things for us is under all of the tweets of old white Republicans. I've been commenting in memoriam 2025. I learned manifesting from white girls. Thank you for that. I'm doing my best. The problem is, I think I manifested the wrong way. So I was interviewing congresspeople at the State of the Union in the Capitol a couple weeks ago, and I interviewed this one congressman. His name is Representative Sylvester Turner, amazing, from the area of Houston, Texas, okay? And he's a Democrat and a member of the Congressional Black Caucus, and he died an hour after I interviewed him in the Capitol. And it was at that moment I wished that I had interviewed Mitch McConnell instead. Fucked that up. My bad, y'all. But I want to tell y'all the way that I found out he died, okay? Because there's a lot of chaos in the Capitol. I didn't know what was going on, like whatever. I knew there was an ambulance. I didn't know what happened. I got a text message from my point of contact, and it was this exact text, word for word. Representative Turner heard Trump lie for 2 hours and decided to go be with Jesus instead. We African Americans are extremely unserious. But can y'all clap for Sylvester Turner? Because, like, for real, like, rest in peace. Sad times. I feel like I've had to confront more and more MAGA hat wearers in the streets lately, and I don't know why they're here in DC. I don't know how their food stamps got them here, because let's be for real, they can't afford to be here. Biggest beneficiaries of SNAP benefits. No, I've had to confront a lot of them, and it happens quite often. And I really love confronting the right-wing Christian evangelicals. Y'all know the types, right? Yeah, I got one clap for that. One person who is going through their Christian trauma right now, and they're like, girl, I broke out the church yesterday. No, I have been dealing with them, but I was raised Catholic, and I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. And I'm gonna tell you, being raised Catholic in the South, they scared of us. So, like, the evangelicals don't believe that we're Christians, and they, like, freak out and think that we're gonna, like, you know, like, they're just like, oh, y'all worship Mary, like I'm gonna say Hail Mary 5 times in the mirror like fucking Candyman, and she's gonna come out and sick them or some shit. Like, they don't really fuck with us. And then Joe Biden was a Catholic, so they really don't fuck with us. And they don't like it. And so one day I was in the Hobby Lobby. I go there to troll and steal. And there was this lady who walked up in a MAGA hat, okay? And I looked at her, and she looked at me, and I looked at her hat, and she looked at me, and we looked at each other, and she said, "You got a problem with my hat?" And I said, "Well, as a matter of fact, I do." And she said, "Well, this hat represents my values, especially as a good Christian woman." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And she said, "Well, aren't you a Christian?" And I said, "Well, yes, ma'am, I am. I am a Catholic." And that's when she started to lose her shit. She was like, oh, hell no. She looked at me. I was like, ma'am, yes, I am a Catholic. And she said, well, you're not really Christian. I said, ma'am, the Catholic Church is the original church, okay? The first church. You are a Protestant. And she said, well, what is that supposed to mean? And I looked at her and said, ma'am, you protested the Catholic Church. You are the Black Lives Matter of Christians, ma'am. And she had a heart attack and died right there. All right, I want to thank y'all so much. I'm Elizabeth Booker Houston. I'm going to give it back to your host, Nikki.